All right, a big welcome once again to Pinax TV. Now, Ghana 2020 elections is just around the corner. Niema bebre elkoso. Nipa asisia ni din abeka politicians ano and our top flag bearers ano Kennedy compare ku Agyapong. Yes, na and nipa waka na asem no enye ebi Akufo-Addo debi enye se ebi apakosi induma na say CPP for flag bearer na PNC for flag bearer. Nipa waka na asem John Dramani Mahama. And this is the first time, honestly, I'm hearing Mahama speak about Kennedy Agyapong. Maybe he said certain things on tape and other things, but for this particular one, I think this was the first time I heard him speaking directly, mentioning Kennedy Agyapong's name. And it was so short. Let me be frank. In some John Dramani Mahama, I can't back Kennedy Agyapong. True. We have various your friend is audios, new videos, the best show. I mean, along the conversation, because I can my book so you can run along. The whole thing is 1 hour 29 minutes. 1 hour 29 minutes. It's an interview, but part and a portion I won't hear was here the bro, and only I can fire the bro. So I have to explain so you know where all of these things is going in a particular sequential manner. Asema John Dramani Mahama can answer and John Dramani Mahama me no can say no akupim or nini akupim was central region. So as part of his regional campaign tours, to actually bid his re-election chances, and I say he wants to be re-elected again. It's about 2020 Ghana for another 4 more years for him to actually complete what he started some many years ago and send an NPP for a budget 2 million him. Now Mahama called central region, it was so poor and bad, say. According to him, many roles in the central region were neglected. And because he knew how great central region was, how they played a part in even Ghana democracy, Ghana's infrastructure and economic development, and until NDC for the Siomeni to say they would develop the central region. And one of the key mandates from the NDC's government was the cocoa rehabilitation project, and I said the cocoa rose rehabilitation project. I don't know one more because central region was a cocoa community and now more cocoa farms near there. They were building many roads. And said one more cocoa no more they ban no more sports near there. They will have a very free flow of that particular that port. Say be all the cocoa if you want time the other now and maybe out the back beton. So this was the whole mindset by John Dramani Mahama. And in aid of that, they started this particular road project. But Akufo-Addo Beji Akonyano, he has stopped all the project. Yes, if you stop here, and our G project. First of all, he took the project from the contractor's hand. Say contractors in Omunjai. Now, catch on so Munjai, the idea and the mindset, according to Mahama, was that okay, Omijai, you give or you award the contract to a different person. Ankonesa, they stopped the project, and 4th year, nothing has been done. Omo Kazan, they showed videos. We are cooking things up, and I'm support the NDC. I'll show the video to you shortly. But before then, one of the things bar up ama and then my betnam Kennedy Agyapong. You see, I am PNP, amount for Nick in Japan, you do this and this and this. Go to your constituency road community. So this thing which has been going on at DBA book in Japan, radio station or Kasa, he begs the Ministry of Roads to he begs them every time. So in the Chrome Kwaman or Mufino. And it's so sad, say as at 2012, MPP had just 8 seats. But 2016, they have more seats than even NPP, more seats than even NDC in the central region. But still nothing is being done there. And this, according to Mahama, shows neglect. The main road now Omoya Akufo-Addo, according to Mahama, Akufo-Addo catch contractors no sell munja asinfosu any chief prasu road. So that particular stretch somewhere Kennedy Agyapong the constituency, because one of the is the road is that particular asinfosu chief prasu a major road that lead to Kennedy Agyapong constituency. Honum a kwan omunye bepemene. A honor John Dramani Mahama Ekase. Looking at the Kennedy Agyapong and how influential and how he has helped the NPP people. What NPP for with money, with expertise, with advice and everything for them to come to power, and neglect him this way is bad. Even Mahama is having sympathy for Kennedy Agyapong because the NPP for the year. Let me play the video for you to watch. Na ye ba some of san katwa so say Akufo-Addo is a man na odin chiche mu bagana because o catch omuso munja Kennedy Agyapong road no up in the Krum a war Apedra Chibi Honum no Eastern region wakacho or catch a contractors is a normal year. Yen share some Mahama can first.
I want us to watch this particular section of the road between Chifupraso and Asen Fosu, because that road connects Asen Central,
yes,
and the Chifupraso area.
Yeah.
Now, that road is connecting one of the constituencies occupied by one of the stalwarts in the NPP, Kennedy Agyapong. I know that if you go to some parts of the eastern region, for example, because you made reference to this in one of your addresses, I think at Abra, where you said when the former president decided to suspend the cocoa roads, he allowed some to go on. Is this strange, or how do you respond to this question that an influential person in the NPP like Kennedy Agyapong would not be able to influence government to tackle this stretch of the road in his own constituency?
Yeah, the point I made was he's not been treated properly, because if you look at the role he plays in the NPP, you know, I would have thought that, I mean, his road is one of those they'll prioritize. When we awarded the Cocoa Roads rehabilitation projects, one of the roads was the president's hometown from Apedra through Chebi to Bonso Junction. And so it was a road that we awarded. And then we awarded this Chifupraso road. We awarded several other roads in the cocoa growing region. So when they came, they asked all the contractors to stop. And then surprisingly, you know what they did? They asked the contractor working on the Apedra Chebi Bonsu road to continue. And so he continued. That road is finished. It's a first-class road today. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, if they could continue that road, I mean, what stopped them from continuing this Chifupraso, such a very important highway, you know? The thing is, the road from Chebi through, from Apedra through Chebi to Bonsu is no longer a major highway. The major highway is from Apedra to Bonsu Junction. It's a bypass from the Chebi road. And yet, that is a more minor road. The traffic is less. The traffic on this Chifupraso road is much higher than that, that road. But because it's the president's hometown, they continued and finished it. You should go there today and pass on that road. It's a first-class road. We're about halfway when we left office. And they asked the contractor to continue. He did it. They asked him to do asphalt in Chebi town and all that. The cost of that road could have finished this Chifupraso road. But, I mean, considering the kind of person...
But it's obvious the president was giving priority...
Considering the kind of person Kennedy is, you know,
no, but
I'd have thought that
it also suggests
give him some consideration and do that road for...
So yes, it's here for share. This was Mahama's comment at Orca said, Kennedy Agyapong ini NDA. Now, basically, he heard all that he said, saying, the main are seen for switch with Praso road, but on only chrome coin the omkoye. Now, that leads me to the second argument. John Dramani Mahama will make here. Or Patcher said, this particular cocoa roads rehabilitation projects, no. Omo yena na omo yebi wo central region, omo yebi wo Akufo-Addo ni hometown Apedra Chebi Bonsu, omo yebi wo ho. Eastern region, omo yebi wo ho, omo ye more of the roads ewo ho. Inti Akufo-Addo buy no catch contractors so bia fa na yi into ho no. Or catch a contractor no mo ni krom ne se omo nto aso. So you see Kennedy Agyapong's central region road, Ayasin Fosu, Chifupraso road, it's been lying there for 4 years. It has not been completed. But Apedra Chebi Bonsu road ne de omaya according to John Dramani Mahama or faso no ye the asphalt better na faso a faso a esintema motorway and John Dramani Mahama said this is pure discrimination. This is pure discrimination. This is a president who or penny dear ye bompo bia de ya Mahama kra emma an example kasa or no fi boli bambo on kasa be boli bambo ye ne we ja obi constituency ye because we need to share equal resources. Yenti sama John Dramani Mahama on this particular thing.
As an observer, I see that as pure discrimination where the president decided to favor his area. Is that what you would do, or you will make sure you share resources evenly across the country?
I've been president before. I mean, we share resources evenly. It doesn't matter who comes from. It doesn't matter who voted for us or who didn't vote for us. I mean, we've always been equitable when we share resources. If it's electricity, we look at the places that need extension of electricity and we do it. If it's water, we did small town water systems across the length and breadth of this country. If it is hospitals, You know, we built hospitals all over the place. If it is schools, when we're sharing the e-blocks, they were built all over the country. And so we've never been discriminatory when it comes to projects like that. We won't say, because I was president and I come from Bole Bamboy, then everything in Bole Bamboy, you know, should get priority over the rest of the country. We don't do that.
Yes, so that was the argument I hear John Dramani Mahama or make here. Now, one question I hear this particular host to Bisa and I was very happy about it was the fact, say, if he becomes president of Ghana, which means December 7th year, say Ghana 40 million to me now, would he go on the same tangent he claims Akufo-Addo has gone? That is, or you be when ye no we do be there, and are neglecting the people who voted for him. That's the central region, and we need more seats. Or would he, Mahama, do the same thing? Mahama can say they be. On yet, because or no, as an individual, he believes that the resources in Ghana, regardless, it needs to be shared equally and equivocally. It needs to be shared on a certain platform. Everybody will get some. Yeah, and say okay, we grow na say, and I will vote man. Maybe he will go on that level equal resources. At the end of the day, you know, Ghana will be a benyan chef, and you say Ghana, and you will be at the end. And according to John Dramani Mahama, no, Ofi office now betting fee 4 years, no, many loopholes are now all ye. Jinti Ghana for Amani Kwame. Until this time around, no bar. He's going to seal all of those loopholes and he's going to make sure that the right thing is being done. So clearly, this is what is going on in Ghana. Honestly, my take about the Agyapong case is true, yes. And I think this government have not been fair enough with him. Agyapong is a human being, he has a shortcomings, but at the end of the day, and I believe more could have been done. Especially at his constituency, we share statistics. National media can do 2012, NPP was not having. In fact, I think the early 2000s, NPP no 2-3 seats. Apart from Agyapong, and some other MP, no NPP was not winning any seat in Central Region. But through persistence, campaign, Agyapong through his experience, because now he was just one of the first 2 MPs to get to win in the Central Region, to win as an MP in the Central Region. Into Abua. To buy through his expertise from 2000, 20 years in Parliament, he has been able to help garnish more seats for the NPP in the Central Region. Because last time, some catch was the Central Regional Caucus team, Odimukai. It's had an Nipa now work government for 20 years. Now we nyane kwaina obini ninya argumenta. Ni edi Nipa na tem say, ukrom kwan kra unye na osoro be kun biase. This should be done. And I think this particular year 2020, you know, whatever outcome will come, it's not just going to impact Mahama. It's not just going to impact Mahama. No, it's also going to impact them. Because at the end of the day, you know, the people are going to cast their raw ballot and their sentiments. And will because the vote is the voice of the people. I'm not praying somebody loses and somebody wins. But at the end of the day, they are politicians and they should know what is right. In fact, assembly and no cry. I was all this is not good. But the pictures near the idea also videos and a lengthy one now. I think so on Facebook page there I realize that particular whole video, no, the people in the town were very sentimental. In fact, they felt so bad. Said the major road has not been done. In so far, come back. This should be done. I know, said there are many roads in Accra which has not been completed, but at least we'll see. The backbone of Ghana's economy is these 3 things: agriculture, a friend is saying resources, and also tourism. So if you are talking about tourism, Central Region should have the best of roads because on your castles near there. If you are talking about agriculture, they are also growing and they are one of Ghana's biggest cocoa growing areas. We need to take a critical look at that particular region. If you are talking about a friend is resources, they also provide resources. Look at the oil and things which are coming from the Central Region. I'm not being divisive here, but I'm just pointing out the facts and figures that they also deserve equal. Now, there's another score of argument. Obeka say Akufo-Addo has also done more things. It's not, please, the free SHS, the Mamonka cry. Free SHS, the Mamonka, he's done it. But at the end of the day, we need more extra things and we need more things. We all can't. That is what pains me about Ghanaians. Say, what can't some no obi eti baby na or no one yajina. na nipa ni be didi watem. What's na broche for so many years? If you want to know the sentiment of people, free New York, free Washington, free London, free Germany, free Düsseldorf, never you understand the sentiments of people. You tell me just free SHS. They need to do more. The people elected them. Eye Mahama anka metina haka. Eye Mahama anka menana metina haka. Metina haka kra aka nenim. Kwa shokana makodi na them. Inti Akufo-Addo so wasi eka. The people are suffering. The roads are not good. They've done something. Regardless, they still need to do the road. They need to do more. And if you think I'm doing politics, one thing you need to know is that if they don't take time, the people it's not just about free SHS. Go to school, you need to look at that thing in the first place. Even if at the end of the 1 year rules now, you are going to lose more seats there because Central Regional and NPP stronghold. It was just an off balance, and you got a majority in that particular region. You need to make sure say you will fight in making it a stronghold. But if you are playing that politics and politics with it, you will lose it. You need to make the people know. You need to make the people know. But if at the end of the day this neglect comes, I'm not saying say all that Mahama is saying is true, but the picture is clear. My share with TV, Sonia, that is going on there. Western region, Central region, their projects are cost, but still, we need to have the road fixed. Because if you don't do it, and you make the people who vote against you lose there, and every vote counts. So this is where it is going on. This is what is going on in Ghana. We will do what to give you more updates based on this. As I can say be about a free SHSR. I don't know, maybe bro in a different story. Maybe I'll come and present it right here on this particular platform. Thank you so much for watching.